Deputy Foreign Minister Rowanji, thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
Okay, tell me what is going on. What has been damaged? How close to your headquarters? What can you tell me exactly about what's happening right now?
We have been witnessing an act of aggression, a clear case of naked aggression against Iran and the Iranian people since 5-6 days ago. We were about to start new round of talks with the Americans on Sunday. That was 15th of June. And 2 days before, we were attacked by the Israelis in the middle of the night. They attacked residential areas. They attacked paramedics. They attacked citizens who are just sleeping in their homes. They attacked our university professors. So this is a crime against humanity, pure and simple.
Okay, so Mr. Rowanji, they also attacked your military leadership. Your intelligence headquarters, we understand now, has been hit for the domestic control. They've attacked and tried to take out and damage your important nuclear sites, the centrifuge sites, the uranium enrichment sites, and others. They are causing a lot of hardship and damage to your regime. Do you believe that? It seems that from here.
No, as I said, they have been involved in an act of aggression, and they have, martyred our military people as well, along with many Iranian citizens. And they have no boundaries. They attacked everywhere. So you mentioned attacking against our nuclear facilities. These are safeguarded places. It is a crime in accordance with the international law to attack, a place which is safeguarded under IAEA rules. So unfortunately, the Americans and some Europeans have shielded the Israeli regime not to be criticized at the board meeting, Board of Governors, IAEA Board of Governors meeting, and also at the UN Security Council. So it's a shame to all those who are protecting this regime.
Okay, let me get to a few things. Clearly, you must be concerned. You must be worried that more leadership targets will be hit. The supreme leader, your ruler there, Ayatollah Khamenei, the Ayatollah, has come out and said that you will never surrender in response to Donald Trump. But I understand also that things are pretty bad for you and that you have tried to reach out to the US and to Israelis to try to get some kind of negotiation track back on track. Is that true?
No, that's not true. I do not share your assessment. We are not reaching out to anybody. Mm-hmm. We are defending ourselves. Although we have always promoted diplomacy, but we cannot negotiate under the threats. We cannot negotiate while our people are under bombardment every day. So we are not begging for anything. We are just defending ourselves. And we have an experience of 8 years of war against Saddam's aggression back in the 80s. And now we are defending ourselves against the Israeli regime, which is being helped by Americans, which is being protected by Americans and some others.
As you know, the Israelis are much more sophisticated and powerful than Saddam Hussein ever was. That was some 40 years ago. This is a much bigger order of magnitude. As you know, also, President Trump is publicly weighing whether to join the strikes and whether specifically to hit, for instance, the very deeply buried Fordo facility with the very big bombs. What do you think? What are you reading? Do you think the Americans will get involved? And what would your response be?
We don't know. If the Americans get involved, directly, definitely our hands will not be tied. We will do whatever necessary to protect our people and our interests. The Americans have been collaborating with the Israelis, although they have said it that they do not have anything to do with this conflict, which is not true. But if they decide to be engaged militarily, direct military involvement in this massacre, definitely we will do whatever necessary to protect ourselves. And by the way, Fordo is another protected site based on IAEA rules. So that will be another instance of a crime which is being done, unfortunately, by Israelis and Americans, which is prohibited under international law.
I'm going to get to that in a moment, because the Israelis say their intelligence said that you were moving towards weaponization and they had to act now. But I'm going to ask you that in a moment. But first, do you believe that what is happening is regime change targeting or regime destruction targeting? How do you assess the removal of a big layer of military commanders and what President Trump said about Ayatollah Khamenei, that he would be an easy target if they were to decide to take him out? How do you interpret this? Is this about regime change?
I don't know about their intention. Just ask them what the intention is. But we will do whatever necessary to protect ourselves. And we have the experience of, as I said, 8 years of war during Saddam's era, when everybody was helping Saddam. So you say that you should not compare Saddam and Israeli regime, but do not forget the fact that all the world were behind Saddam at that time, and we were the ones who resisted. And now there is a very strong cohesion within the Iranian society to resist aggression, to resist foreign interference in our domestic affairs. Mm-hmm. So you ask the people who are in Tehran, ask the embassies, ask the people who live in Tehran these days, and ask the morale of the people. And you will understand that the Iranians are behind their government because they are facing a foreign aggression which will be resisted.
I'm going to get to that in a moment, because you all were very surprised when Assad fell. You didn't know that he was that unpopular with his people, and he fled at the last minute. I'm going to get to that in a moment. But first and foremost, I want to ask about the negotiations. President Trump has apparently told allies and friends that he felt he was being played by the Iranian government, that there was no, willingness or immediate prospect of you agreeing to the conditions of a negotiation. He said he gave you 60 days, and on day 61, you still hadn't come. Why? Why didn't you agree to the terms? And do you believe you had a 60-day deadline?
No, nobody can put any deadline on us. When we negotiate something, the two sides have to agree on the timetable of the negotiations. This is point number one. Number two is that we really doubt the sincerity of the Americans in the course of 5 rounds of discussions that we had. We had good discussions, and at the last round, we were given, some document by the foreign minister of Oman, and apparently both sides felt that that was a good document to be worked on for the next round. But before the next round started, 2 days before the next round started, the aggression took place. So this is a betrayal of diplomacy. This is the betrayal of our trust to Americans. We should be the ones who should criticize the way that we were treated by the Americans, not vice versa. Okay. In fact, no deadline is going to affect our way of negotiations, and then we will do whatever necessary to protect ourselves.
This is obviously a very fluid situation. The Israeli airstrikes continue. America is weighing, or Trump is, whether he will get involved. He's now saying that you, the Iranians, have suggested that you come to the White House to negotiate. He says you're totally defenseless. You have no air defense whatsoever. He says next week will be big. And he says that unconditional surrender means that I've had it. Your reaction?
There is a famous saying that nobody can threaten Iranians. They should not dare to threaten Iran. We will do whatever necessary. Although there are hardships, no doubt about it, but Iranians are known to be very hard at defending their territory. And this is exactly right. What we are doing.
Did you ask to go to the White House? Has your government asked for access?
Not Christian, not at all. Okay. Not at all. We are not begging for anything. What we are saying What we are saying is that stop this aggression, then we will have time to do whatever needed. As long as the aggression continues, as long as this brutality continues, we cannot think of engaging.